Hello and welcome to the Distance Workshop Weekly. I thought about doing some ridiculous stuff for April 1st, but I'm like, I would rather this be watchable than go for maximum gimmick. Plus, I didn't have any particular good ideas other than having like their video be upside down or something, which would be kind of funny, but again, kind of sucked to actually watch. So I messed around with it and I'm like, nah. Anyways, with this cool background from last week, but I noticed that we had a new version up. So we're gonna check this out. Ooh. I see our garage screen has been fancied up. Almost want to say a little too much, because this kind of runs into a problem I was mentioning last time, where it's like, I can't see the colors of my car as well. Then again, that's not what you're using this menu for. So I would say consideration there that if you really want to fine tune your car colors, this is not the menu to do it in. It's not terrible. And yeah, my complaint before was it just looked so plain, and it definitely looks way cooler now, that's for sure. Yeah, and we got more colors going on. Oh, hold on, I want to reset this song, so I want to see what it looks like in the beginning, because that was the problem the other one had. It was just the beginning of the music didn't really have much going on with the visualization stuff. Yeah. Yeah, this one's definitely much better suited for the default menu track, which is nice. I like having a version for this. Because the other version was made to have with your own custom music. So, yeah, nice. Nice addition. I like it. Approved. Let's start with stuff. Sure. Who's new in the... Oh, bring out the big guns. Was a prompt of the month track. I believe the words were, this doesn't have the full description in here. It was like Western and Colossal or something like that. Are the terms used for this. Are we on top of the big gun? We are indeed, and it's smoking. As any, except, oh. So I cannot go off into the distance there. The giant revolver chamber. Whee. We have wings. Let's take a look around here. This indeed is a big gun. Can I go inside it? Would have been hilarious if you could, and then get launched out just into the kill grid, but I understand why it's probably better just to have it solid, and not just keep death trap. Then again, this entire level is basically a gimmick. Because let me guess, there's kill grid down here? Yeah. I mean, to be fair, as far as giant props go, it probably does suit stunt mode the best. This is probably the best way you're going to get value out of a level that is literally just a giant gun. Or giant revolver, as it were. So cool. And honestly, when I've seen of it, it does look pretty nice. Pretty decent job. Creating the model of a revolver in distance. I'm not sure I would play this as a track other than for the gimmick factor and just to show it off to people. Or maybe on an online lobby. It would be kind of fun to be like, hey, let's do this utterly absurd stunt track. Just mix things up. But yeah, I mean, it is the big gun. That is for sure. There are bolts, but there are also empty casing. What? Now I'm confused. Because they're empty chambers here, then there are bullets embedded between them. My immersion's been broken. Level literally unplayable! No!
Game over.
Game over. But yeah, it's cool. It's a fun idea. I don't know that I would really play it much, but then again, I don't really do stunt very much. I think it's it'd be a fun one to break out every once in a while, just as kind of like a mix thing up. What's up? Oh, wait. Hey! Oh, that was good timing. I was basically just getting started. Hello, Doherty and Company. We're looking at the weekly additions to the Distance Workshop. We got this nice new visualizer menu screen, which is nice. It's technically not new, but Semtex made a new version that works better with the default song you put in it. Because he made another one that works for custom music, but just the way the visualizer programming works, you have to actually change it for different types of music. So, we got a new one, and it works, and it's cool. Nah, man. Oh boy. And we're back into questioning my life decisions to do this again. With the Toast Shoot by Rhombus as a challenge track. Oh boy. Hello, Ash. Q to shoot. Oh, wait, what? Hold up. Did I get shot? Bam. I think I got shot. This isn't a real level, but it's funny. I approve. This will go in my total gimmick collection. I mean, it's a nice proof of concept to have the trigger for it and stuff. I wanted to do something like that myself, but it turns out it's really complicated to make like weird motion controls with the car when you have to be moving the car to do stuff, but yeah. Just a simple cue to activate a thing is actually not that hard to do. And this is a funny implementation of it, so I don't think we need to speak much more about this. Let's go to actual levels now. Of which there are not too many. Oh wait, there was we must have done that last week, right? Why do I not have a completion on? Hold on a second. Okay, I need to look at this track because I feel like I did it, but I'm also questioning if I actually did. I'm like, I think I must have, but I don't remember, so maybe I didn't. So we're gonna look at the beginning and see if I immediately am like, oh yeah, it was this track. Which I probably will. Yep. Time for food going to lurk. Sounds about right. Enjoy. What? No, this doesn't look familiar. This is... I don't think this was new this week. Hold up. Let me, check something. Most recent... Did I somehow skip this one over last week? Oh. No. I think I've been going through my collection lately and also picking up some other tracks, so it's probably showing up recent because I probably just added it in my workshop recently, I'm betting. That's why it's showing up as a new track, because I don't think this one's new. What is this called again? With a dash? I have a feeling this is an older level I just only picked up recently. even see when yeah, this is 2018. Okay, yeah. Alright, I will have to look at this level another time. This is not new stuff. There was something new last week that wasn't playable that got fixed up. Sector Earth, that's what it was. Earth. Oh, do I have to, oh no, wait, hold up, I think I just saw it right when I was, no? Coming sector, oh, Do I have to update? Hold up. Let me... download new. Part 2. Darn it, I don't want to... Alright, I'm going to restart my game real quick because I think that's the fastest way to update this. Give me a moment. Apologies for the delay. I just kind of assumed that it would automatically update and be like, hey, this level's actually playable now. It has a category. But no, apparently not. You learn something every day. Yes, I want to remove it so that I can re-add it and the game can register that it exists. Thanks. Workshop, download new. There we go. Hey, now it shows up at the front too. Yay! Yeah, so let's play this trio. They're from, I believe, a relatively new author. Right? I'd assume it's someone newer. Do I recognize this name? Right? Is it? Yeah, Blue Torch. You're escaping the deadly planet, you arrive on Earth. Yeah, this was submitted last week, but they forgot to set a level type, so it just wouldn't show up in the game, and there are apparently 2 more parts to it that came out this week, so we're gonna check them out. Not a bad little intro segment if this person is indeed newer, which, you know, to be fair, you can make it overlook that anytime getting to set a mood, so maybe they're not newer, but maybe they are. Let's see what we're in for. Like the start. Blue on the road feels a little too blending in with it or something, I don't know. I like everything besides the blue on the bottom. Doing a nice chill start. Okay. This is not a simple jump. I just saw, oh, we just gained jump powers. I assumed I would just jump and make it. Okay. So starting from this checkpoint does make this a little bit harder. Do I? Okay, I do. Of course, I still have to do things correctly for it to work. I can probably just tilt back jump, yeah. Okay. So if you... Note to author, though, if you do restart at that checkpoint, it's a little trickier getting going. If this is supposed to be an introductory chill level, that gap starting at that checkpoint is a little rough. I mean, if you know all the tricks, easy enough to get across, but it still feels a little awkward. Considering everything else is just a nice, chill, like, laid-back driving experience. No, we got some big old gaps here. Which is weird, because everything else about this level feels very introductory, like, not a lot of effort required of you. And then we got those big jumps without really a introduction on how to make those proper. Like, you could probably introduce those with a ramp or something that starts you angled back and then sends you sailing over a large area and being like, oh yeah, you boost at an angle, you go really frickin' far. Something like that. So we got a cool city backdrop here. Let me replay this. Let's say this level feels a little inconsistent. Largely, those big jumps feel a little bit out of place. The environments are nice. Like, this feels good. I like the use of the lights here. I think the rest of the environment work is... I would say it's a little on the simple side, not in a bad way, though. Something I was noticing at the end is just like we could kind of see the bright blue sky below the city line, and that looked weird to me. I feel like that's something that can be cleaned up and would make it feel more polished, but yeah. Yeah, we unlocked jump powers. Yeah, because even just tilting back a little, this is not what I would consider a basic level jump. Like, this is not that difficult. It's not particularly difficult in the grand scheme of things, but it's also not something you throw at someone who literally just learned that there's a jump button. And might not even know about the maneuvering thrusters here, considering you haven't had to use them before. So what this level is asking from you in terms of difficulty scale seems kind of all over the place. Not too badly, but definitely doesn't feel good to me. Other than that, though, as a more experienced player, it's like, it's still a nice kind of kill level. It's like, yeah, we get to do some jumping techniques and then just, drive around. I like this city area. This feels a lot more interesting and lively than the rest of the level. I think it's kind of the idea as they're using us into this. Okay, nice little introduction to some obstacles. Yeah, so like this is kind of introducing us to obstacles at a much nicer pace, where I feel like those jump sections really don't do that. But yeah, so I was noticing up here, like you can see below the buildings, and this is the only place I feel like that's an issue because of the way the track goes, and you don't really see it anywhere else. Then you come up there on the end, you're like, well, wait, what? What's going on down there? Just because it's so bright blue under the black buildings. I think just putting some big box or something just to make it all black or something down there. Be a good idea. Not bad for a pretty simple track, though. I feel like I can't give it a thumbs up because it was a little too simple for me. Like, it was alright. I guess the last section I enjoyed. First section was a little dull and it was inconsistent with the jumping stuff, but it's definitely nothing that's going to make me say, no, bad level. Nah, it was fine. Very middle of the road, had some issues to fix up, but yeah, it's fine. Fine for an attempt at a level. So let's move on. Part 2. It's the description. Sector 2, Central City. So yeah, this is a 3-part series. Neat. I like level series. I mean, actually unpause properly. Yeah, already I like the visual style going on here with the nice neon buildings, neon colors on the darkness. You kind of have this very flat, obviously second layer of the city up there, but you know what? That's hardly the worst thing ever. I mean, I can't talk too much. I am terrible at designing environments. It's like, it's very clear that this person is not terribly experienced, but they're trying. And honestly, like, the parts when you're not coming up under like a row of buildings, it looks fine. I like the color choice and everything. We get slightly more complicated from the last track with some transfers and stuff going on. I feel like part of it is just the blue, like, fog skybox just creates so much contrast with the dark buildings. When you see it under them, you're just like, oh, that looks weird. It's like when you don't see that, it looks cool. And the music that says, ooh. Ooh. Whoa, whoa, okay. Okay, this is a little... That was cool. I like they're trying that out, but Was there supposed to be something more there? Like, it said I was going the wrong way. Was there supposed to... Hold on. Can I trigger that again? No. I'm gonna restart the level because I want to see something. I was like, did the teleport end up, Did that actually spit me in the wrong direction in that section? Or is that just like... They wanted to do weird, spooky place and empty... Was that on purpose? Because I'm like, it needs something more. It needs some kind of decoration on the weird glitch area. I liked the use of the dark lights lighting up to it. That was nice. That was a nice touch. Then into the glitchy stuff, but it's just like, the payoff wasn't there. It was like, oh, okay, that was a thing. It was almost cool, and then it wasn't. Are there no handrails here? Okay. So yeah, this feels like a good, like, early, like, easing into the game type track. Like, it's not supposed to be terribly hard, but it is kind of like... It is ramping up the difficulty slowly from the first track. Which, again, is always a little bit of a weird proposition in a workshop series, because it's like, you really should have played the campaign and know beyond this point when you come in here, but maybe not. Alright. Yeah, we're like coming out of... Yeah, it feels like we're supposed to be going the other way there or something. I don't know. I'm a little confused what the point of that is. It's neat, like, I appreciate they're trying stuff like that. I just don't think it's done well. I don't think it quite works. Like, it needs something more to make it feel like it has a purpose for being there. Like, right now, it just feels like, oh, cool, you found the cool green screen transition and wanted to show that you know how to do it. Alright. It's a there and back trigger. Yeah, I know what the trigger is. It's just like, when I just drove forwards, it was just, I was just on an empty road, and I'm like, oh, are there supposed to be decorations or anything to see here? Or am I just in a world where screens glitching out and the buildings just disappeared, and it's like, okay. Like, again, like I said before, it's like, it's almost there. It's like on the border of like, I really like the placement and how they introduced it. It's just like the payoff when you transition to that road, it's just like, oh, okay, was there supposed to be something here? Like, it feels empty and incomplete. That's how it comes across to me. Like, I think just... I almost want to say it would be better without it, but honestly, the track does need something like that. It's just, you need to put a little something in there. I don't think I can quite give this one a thumbs up. It is like right on the border. This is definitely better than the previous track in overall pacing and the way the obstacles and stuff were used. I'd say that almost gets my approval as like a chill introductory track, but I'm like, I don't feel like it's quite there. So yeah, these do feel like early levels, which for early level attempts, these are actually pretty solid. Like, obviously they're trying stuff out. And I do like the colors being used and stuff. I think the darker sky on it, like, I think part of it is just like, as the series is supposed to be times past, you're actually, hold on, Sector 3 Internal City. But I think the darker sky honestly works better with this color scheme already. Oh. See. Okay, a few things. One, I do kind of appreciate what they did in the previous level a little more now, because it's kind of setting up for this as part of a series. The other thing is the pulsing lights on the building. I like them. They're cool. Going to full black and then the full lit up, I think, is a little much. I think the blinking on them is a little harsh for how much of them are blinking. Like, either have them not shut totally off or maybe not go quite as bright, or not all of them, or something. Oh, what the? Is that so? I think you might have clicked the wrong axis on rotation on that, sir. Just Just saying that might be the case. I mean, if it's not, it's funny, but it also feels a little weird and out of place because we haven't had any... Is everything else, like, yes, killer death traps, but they're not behaving in weird logical ways. Like, you could make that work thematically. Like, create this weird off sense of things are not behaving in a way that makes sense, but that one just feels like somebody clicked the wrong axis on the rotation. Roller do be rolling. Ooh, into space. That was kind of an... It was neat, but that still feels a little odd to be space and then back here. I don't know. I'm really mixed on this. It's got cool ideas for sure, and I like that they're trying them. I like what's being put down here. I just don't think the execution is quite there. You know, let me try this again. I need to do it all at once without constantly stopping to try and talk about shit that I'm noticing. Also, actually, hold on. I feel like I'm drifting out of my camera and it's not quite positioned where I want it to be. Okay. Yeah, let's do this all in one go, see how it plays. I feel like I was breaking up the flow too much that time. I'm almost a little sad we spend so much time in the Reddit. Hold up. Did I generate more heat than normal, or did they actually place that right where... Yeah, that's kind of nice. I like how it feels like I'm in danger and about to explode, because I think the added screen shake makes it feel like the overheat's ramping up way faster than it actually is. If that's intentional, that's actually a really nice touch. Yeah, definitely was not going too wild, but definitely giving us a lot more to look at in terms of road hazards and keep an eye out for. You know, things to drive around. Not terribly hard to drive around, but it's like they're definitely there. Yeah, I like the idea of the white box that we drive through, and then we kind of go through some weird glitchy space and then come back to normal space, but it's like, I don't know about just the plain space area as the transition. Again, I really like the ideas here. It just feels like it's not quite coming together in what I would consider a good track. Like, it's almost there. Like, I think this person makes like 2 or 3 more tracks, they're gonna start being pretty good. Like, if these are actually their first 3, or I mean, if these are actually their first 3 tracks, like, these are a pretty solid start. I would like to see more from them. Like, they're trying stuff. They're using different features and stuff. They're just the play experience is not quite coming together. Let's check out Noemite mechanics. What is this? I built a whole level where the rule was I'm not allowed to use emit colors. Yeah, I remember reading that description in the workshop. Very interesting aesthetic. Oh, right. Nothing uses emit colors? Oh, man. I mean, that's an interesting challenge, but it's like, I think you should be able to use some things that by default have it. I mean, I guess it is, the challenge is none. I was gonna say, but what about the checkpoints? But maybe those are technically a lighting thing. Oh, I'm so okay. Yeah, 'cause it's weird, because without it lit up, like, the road kind of blends into everything else, so it's like I was not seeing that was a roadway right there. The lack of emit actually kind of makes it hard to signpost things well. And this kind of, with a lot of environmental pieces, it gets much more difficult to make the track stand out. Here it's fine. I think it might only be that one section. That was, hold up. I need to... Could I have ridden on this? Can. Ah, that's a little counterintuitive, and but it's kind of fun that you can do that. So, actually, hold on. Can I actually land on the ground down here? No. Okay. That's a little weird, because that doesn't look like a liquid or something that I should fall through. I kind of would prefer if it just, like, exploded you. Oops. That was a poor choice of rotation. Oops. You know what? I'll take that. That was terrible, but I'll take it. Forgot the kill grid? Quite possibly. I would entirely believe that there is supposed to be a kill grid there. It feels like there should be. It's kind of an interesting track. This plays... I kind of like this, how it plays. And the environment is kind of nice. I feel like, honestly, like, I understand the self-imposed limitations when I'm like, this track would be really so much better if it used a little bit of lighting and emits. Like, it doesn't need a lot, but a little bit would really make it so better. It is what I find myself thinking. I'm like, You have, like, kind of like a weird windy sky look. This is like some weird, kind of ambiguous factory-esque sci-fi looking nonsense everywhere. It's cool though, I dig it. Makes a nice, like, pseudo-abstract environment. Like, it feels kind of abstract, but it also feels like these are actual things. It's just you have no idea what they are. And I'm doing my transitions entirely wrong. I didn't explode, and that's what matters. Yeah, I like the way the roadway weaves through all the different aspects of the environment. It's a nice use of that. We got a pretty good variety of transitions. I don't really like these transitions that are kind of like hidden behind the road you're driving on. Like, that's really what am I doing? Oh, too much not paying attention to what I'm actually pressing on my controller. There's only like 2 of them that do it, but it's like, when that happens, it feels weird. It's like, with some lighting and better signposting, you could probably get away with it, but it's like, the dark track and not a huge contrast from the general environment, it's like, that doesn't really feel good to me. Overall, I think I like this, though. Yeah. It's like the track kind of works with the environment fairly well. Viewpoints not fond of, but overall, yeah. It was a fun experience to play through. Yeah. Hold on, let me check something. Recent. So there is before the storm in here? No. Okay, I didn't think so. I was like, I think Before the Storm is not one of the recent ones, but I could not remember. So yeah, these are not... Earth. Okay, Firewall and Spire, I believe. Wait. Metaverse Beta. Oh, okay. It's a track with no track type on it, so it's unplayable. Alright. So yeah, it looks like we just have Firewall and... Wait. No, this is from last week. Yeah, we didn't have that much this week. But you know, that's gonna happen sometimes. That's why I'm there. Yeah, the Spire isn't even, it's just Firewall. Alright, well, yeah, Spire is not. I'm not sure why the recent thing stuck it up in the middle of the things I just picked up today, but oh well. Low visibility. Interesting aesthetic so far, okay. Yeah, see, I don't like that because it's like, we kind of have things... Hold up. No, they're not fading into view. I guess it's just like the way the road is sloped. It feels like we don't have a lot of visibility in front of us. Yeah, it's just the slope of the road, so it's like, here I'm like waiting for more road to fade into view, and it's like, oh no, it was just a slope, you're now dead. I'm like, oh. Don't like the way that works. Oh, I don't like the way that works either. Granted, the texture's going a different direction, but it's still, the red on the black does not make it easy to see that way that's actually going. What does this do if I hit it? This launches me? Okay, I was curious. I was like, will this cut me in half or will it launch? Oh, maybe that's like a secret alternate path to get up there. Was I supposed to go? No. Okay. When there's like a wire grid, that's kind of cool. Like a wire frame. I like the aesthetics. I'm a little mixed on how it drives so far. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like the way those go pitch black after they pop up. It's here particularly, when you get... Like, when it's one at a time, it's not too bad. When you get a whole bunch of them in a sequence, I'm like, oh, wait, no. No, that's not good. Normal and easy. Well, we'll try normal first. I just realized I don't know what the structure of this track is, but I'm not going to stop now. Oh! Are those moving? They are! God, it's so... so hard to tell where things are positioned and moving. It's like... Don't have good frame of reference here on this track, because the way everything's colored and themed, it's like, it looks cool aesthetically, but then when you start throwing obstacles like this, you're like, oh no, wait, no, this sucks. You're like, wait, I can't actually understand what this obstacle is with my eyes. Uh-oh, I should have gone back to the road I was already on. At least it doesn't seem too particularly difficult to get between those. That seems fine as an obstacle. It's also very easy to clear, clearly marked and easy to see. Things are different. We're getting a music transition. Let's see if it feels good. Routing all excess power to boost cooling. Oh, because everything is on fire. Wasn't it supposed to be giving me more boost cooling? Oh, and I can't jump. What? Oh, what? Okay, I'm not sure that this section works the way the author thinks plainly as the author expected it to. Things actually chasing me, is it? Because, like, what do I do once I've died once here? How do I get past this? Okay, let's go, just go full boost for it. Where's our cooldown? Okay, we do barely get a cooldown. Okay, so maybe we have to stop after we beat the fire? I feel like this is one of those things that on... Yeah, okay, I do have to go inside. That on paper is a really cool idea, and probably works well if you do it right the first time, if you know how it works, but it's like, when you don't understand the intended mechanics, it's like, wait, what's happening? And now I just have to slow drive, I guess? What's happening? No, my cooldown's not being reset. I'm just glitching out. Which I feel like would have been a much cooler effect if I was actually able to drive this with boost. Ow, my eyes. Oh, I don't have boost anymore. Fatal error. Contact lost. Returning to last accessed dimension. I mean, you say success, but, oh. But, like, I'm still here. Oh, and I don't, this kind of sucks. Thematically, this is cool. Again, I like the aesthetics and what's going on, but it's like, I can't boost or turn or anything. I'm like, this kind of sucks to play. Let me try once more. I feel like I need to give this a second chance and try the easy route and stuff. This is like one of those levels that's artistically really cool, but it's like, play experience is kind of not that great at a lot of points. That's a little weird. I'm not... I guess now that I can see it now, I can... Whoa, what the... Oh, is that how it was supposed to work for the last time? Okay. Those flame jet boost panels are a little weird because they don't really look like what their function is. They look more like a hazard, and yeah, something about them's not jiving with me. I like how they work mechanically with the launching into alternate paths and stuff, though. I like that idea. Oh wait. There's a hard mode path. So that's kind of a help you to turn. I'm assuming that's easy and this is hard. You know what, let's see what easy is first. Where am I supposed to land? Can't see anything. Okay, so yeah, that's like actually just be a force zone being used as a speed booster on it. Very traditional style transfers things here. This definitely feels like a much easier pathway, so that feels a little rough for an easy path. I feel like it could have a little bit of a harder obstacle right before that, easing into that, because it's like it goes from extreme easy to all of a sudden, oh yeah, and actually kind of timing required jumping. Success. So we get one thing of cooling, and then we have to just realize that we don't get any more ever again. Which is weird and not very well communicated. And then everything starts freaking out, but then it's like, oh yeah, it's all normal. Okay, now I lost my boost. Like, I feel like they should just give one more cooldown or shut off my boost earlier if you're gonna do a no boost section. I don't really like this no boost section. I think it's kind of a slog. Drags too long. It just isn't that exciting because we don't have any tricks. Like, I literally can't jump or maneuver or anything. I can honk my horn. Like, I can't even crash into that because I don't have the momentum for it. Oh no. Yeah, I feel like the end just falls flat. Like, it's a cool idea. It's just like actually playing it. It's like, ooh, no, what are we doing here? This isn't fun anymore. Oh, let me try the hard path. This is I believe, the final new track of the week. Might as well check it out at the time. Oops, right. I forgot there's the dip of use grip thrusters or else. Okay, so yeah, if you just do nothing, there's actually an additional force zone that puts you back on the track. Which is a little weird. Interesting. Don't want to get launched off the road. Let's go hard mode. What do we got? What kind of nonsense you got for me? This isn't hard. We're getting narrow roadway, actually. Okay, yeah, the handling is a little funky. Did they actually? No, I think it's just the roadway. It's just that narrow. Oh god, and it's weaving all over the place. Yes, this is difficult, but it's not really difficult in a particularly fun way. Maybe it's just because I'm on keyboard. Keyboard sucks ass for this kind of thing. transition sequence. I could kind of see the saw. That one is like the first few saws were fine, but then the next ones, it's like black on black on. Suddenly, red saw blades do S weaves between them when you can't even see where you're going. I don't like the way that final couple saws are set up. Like, yes, it's a challenge, but not in a fun way. And this part is just like a cinematic sprint thing, which is cool, I guess. Also, fire kind of sucks if you manage to die, because we don't get a boost reset, and it's very easy to die trying to outrun the fire. As not the creator, I don't know exactly where it stops. I feel like the glitchy stuff kind of goes on a little too long, too. Error, contact lost. I have no idea what's even supposed to be happening here. Other than we traveled to a different world dimension thing and we're supposed to be returning now. I guess this section is us transitioning or something. Because it still feels like we're in the same place, just with weird shit going on. Even though it told me it was a success. I feel like it should have, like, warped me somewhere else and then said success. I really feel like the last half really lets us down hard, and the rest of it has too many issues here and there. Like, it's not... The first section before we get to this white nonsense is mostly fine, but it's like, it has enough things I have problems with, combined with the kind of crappy experience that the ending is. Like again, it's like, aesthetically and artistically, I kind of like it, but actually playing it sucks. So, it's like, yeah, I can't actually call that good. Or even really okay. Like, no, that really needs to be changed some way. It's kind of a disappointing note to end it on. But, Alright, well, that's all the new tracks. Let's screw around on some other stuff a while.